rest of the login stuff later. Alright, one moment. Sorry. Oop. Alright, cheerful guest. Hello!
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
Oh, Sparkle must have talked to her.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
I don't think
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Didn't she?
Yeah.
However,
It's
the paradise
pretty
in our
pricey.
dreams, it doesn't have to end.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
I'm gonna follow the rules. Cross at the crosswalk.
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. Now, with little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
Yeah, this is absolutely
It's my
it's a lot of
pleasure. No need to be formal.
so much
Just
dialogue.
speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
It's just,
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room. My true appearance? No. I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
well,
Just being able to
Until-
live at all is good enough for me.
Until
Whether it's
stuff
in this
gives out.
dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. And I'll treasure every moment I spend here.
fair enough.
How I envy those everlasting things.
Well,
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately,
Yeah.
this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even this sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
I see that balloon there. I'm gonna fuck it up. Fuck you!
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady.
Eck!
Wait, is that me?
Hey, Sparkle.
Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive
Is there gonna be
and
another car?
cowardly.
Now that you've had
Yeah.
your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening.
Let me move the mouse out of the
You've
way.
done so much.
Um,
You should be thanking me. Because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin.
Oh, I'm
Here,
sure.
the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
Yep. I'm sure you're just
I
waiting
heard
for
a
the
raven cawing in the
fireworks
distance.
to start.
It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Let's just... Ba-da-doo-ba-ba.
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now.
I'm sure I can come back in the
That
dream
path may have
after
been
the
more
quest
ordinary
is
and
done, right?
challenging. And now, he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for
My dude.
humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah, we took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
Fell down because it never learned.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
Robin and Sunday's story is just optimism versus pessimism. That's all there is to it.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
There are birds in this world that can never fly. Have you ever heard of a kiwi?
Implying that the same goes for humans too?
Kiwi, ostrich, emu.
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Alright, I've gotta...
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become
I didn't know what
heroes in their
sophistry meant, I
lifetime.
was just looking it up.
Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I wonder if the names are from the perspective of Gopherwood. Is it's trusting boy and guileless girl.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that It includes your
Oh,
wish
he
and
got
everyone else's.
so jaded.
I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
He got so jaded.
Let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
He got so jaded since...
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
He got so jaded since they were children. That's just sad. Alright.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now,
I
it's up to
I
us to
forgot I
forge
had it on
ahead.
auto mode, so I was like, I'm just gonna...
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? And you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals, and won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most, and since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to
Alright, there was a
retaliate
Stellaron
hastily.
involved.
And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
Just
So,
scoot that out of the
no
way.
one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
Ah, yes. I could quote Jing Yuan. That seems like a good idea. You? I'm sorry, I'm
What's
sad.
that supposed to mean? You'd better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions, or something, and it's going to be held in the moment of Scorched Sand.
I don't think you had to
So
say
long
the
as we
trademark.
clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
Oh, backstage
So,
VIP.
how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club.
Alright.
To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
Well, if you ask her
So
nicely.
they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention. looks like, it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I
Real
couldn't
party.
ask for a better ending.
Let's go.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Loading screens, dialogues, loading screens, dialogues.
Welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the entire universe.
What am I supposed to be doing?
You have ambition, dreams, and the drive, dear friend. The next superstar of Penacony's Charmony Festival could be you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, wow, they've really outdone themselves. Oh, I'm starting to get excited.
I'm not, because if it's a rhythm game.
Here come four friends with spirits high and full of steel. Are you aspiring to be the superstars of the festival?
Yeah.
Is he talking about us?
Yes, March, he's talking about us.
You! There's no doubt about it,
Excuse me, you four?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you?
Would you be open to a brief...
Your journey is long.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance Focus is stubborn as a heel.
People are pouring in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way.
Okay.
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Dean.
Hello, hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Ideen Lida. My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
See, March, you don't have to say the TM.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
No.
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'll buy into the tropes. Is this...
Given the situation, this is our best hope. But let's just get it over with quickly. Hello, everyone. I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
An ordinary girl who enjoys adventures, who can Sailor Moon into a suit of fiery armor. Hooray!
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious. My four friends, come with me. Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
gonna get that stuck in my head so hard. Okay. I am looking around first. I am exploring. I am poking around. I am not directly going to the quest.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Because there's chests, there's items, there's birds. Yoink. Birds. Sorry, was that bothering you? It's really noisy here, so can you hide in here to sing? No other birdies can hear you. It's really loud. I can't even hear myself singing. You're a good singer. Okay, bye. Alright. Oh, that's... Oh, probably because the TVs pulse in and out and...
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Any other birds around, or was it just the one? Oh, bird. Alright, I see those feathers. Do you have a contender you support too? Look at our girl. Her hardships and efforts are recognized by everyone. The way everything is pulsing is distracting. Oh, bird. I thought you were just gonna go down the... Welcome to the origami bird flying race. You must be here to spectate. Alright. Yeah. And then, instead of Jing Yuan, much as I love you, buddy. No, I'll keep Jing Yuan. Yeah, this'll be a... Ow! Thank you for making a sparkling noise at me. Ah! There was an item!
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days. And
Sorry,
the
I'm
watch
directly
fair.
under the fan. It's a little
Sports
chilly.
Fan Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish. And
Come on, let's go.
there's that swift and decisive trailblazing spirit.
Yeah.
How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure!
Yeah, I'm sure.
Where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
Miss
I
Firefly
hope that
is...
by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
A wonderful wish. Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple
Safety
words,
first.
but
Let's not
full
die.
of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And
Can I pick
in the
stuff up
last
first?
stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear?
Yeah, can I pick stuff up first, though?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long, and
Fine by me.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's
we'll
do
split
this.
into the assigned groups.
Can I pick stuff up, though? Awesome. Alright. Really? Okay. Any other birds? Doesn't look like there's any other birds. Oh, do I get to play?
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season. Dream Play Fan. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action Challenge, you have to defeat the... Now, make your...
I don't really want to go in a fight. Oh! Yeet! Do I actually get a choice, or did I just get launched into... Oh, okay. Which one's which? Aha! Whack.
Stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage. Step onto the stage and move the
Let me yoink a bird. Yeah, I'll stand you. Okay, bye, have fun. Hello.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, The Watchmaker, and depict various stories from Penacony's era of pioneering. Your task is to bring those moments to life, find the right words, and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions. Oh, I wish you a successful performance. Also,
Yep,
a bit
okay.
of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance brought even the...
Okay. Pardon me. Yoink. Yoink. Let's see from over there, or am I insane? Okay. Well, you know I'm gonna get all the awards for breaking balloons. Just gotta. You must.
Just take a look at this pair. Such star quality. Since you come as a pair, I'll prep a 2-person scene for you.
Oh, most excellent.
You two, are you ready?
As we can be, I suppose.
Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the Watchmaker described.
Oh no. Terrible.
You're
The worst.
driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce memory zone meme blocks your path.
Ah, the beast.
Now, Miss Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express your disappointment in Penacony?
Ooh. Oh, it's sandy, and there's a monster in the path. And we were expecting green and safe and nice and... What the hell?
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
Oh, do I get to pick for her?
This is great! I love living on the wild side.
Yay, Firefly.
Very good, very intense. And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are long.
I would
and
be
your
do
endurance
better
can't
as
keep
the
up.
enthusiastic
You
one, I think.
finally collapse in the endless expanse of desert.
Oh no!
Suddenly,
Terrible.
sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your
Glorious.
lips and rousing your spirits. Now, Miss Greyhair, what line will best express your surprise at this moment?
There's rain. There's... Wowee! Penacony, my Penacony! Hooray! Wowee! The
But
rain!
at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her eyes closed. The raindrops fall, blurring
Wowee!
her vision, and she tragically says,
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Right?
"Fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery.
Do we
However,
really?
lines aren't everything in a performance. Please continue this story on the second stage. Up next, you'll be challenged.
I hope these
Wowee! I'm gonna go poke around back here a little bit. I'm exploring. Hey, look, a bird. This is why I explore. I get to find things like birds. And chests. And balloons to blow up. Okay. That looks like it's everything. Hello!
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you.
Okay.
Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit, wanting to comfort her. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh?
To this I don't have the answers for. Oh boy, oh boy. I may be mildly distressed. Don't worry about me. I'm just... okay. That's what I'd do.
What?
It worked.
Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope in her heart.
Hey, it was just a guess.
I'm gonna get back on my feet and keep moving forward.
A tug at the heartstrings. The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity. So you start venturing into the umbrella industry.
Yep.
But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share.
How dare!
You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would you, who refuses to admit defeat, decide to do?
I refuse to admit defeat. Smack that table. Exactly.
Fantastic. But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt, she sees nothing but despair in her future. And then...
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment.
Okay, yeah.
Is that okay?
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to tears. Both of you possess exceptional acting talent.
Most excellent.
However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the harshest judge this show has ever seen. You'll need to rely on perfect performances. if you want to win them over.
Okay. This, of course, being the judge that was almost brought to tears by the last contestant. And who is going to have to wait a hot second for me to explore. Although if the stairs don't exist until I've won over this judge, which is rude. What is your test?
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, they refuse to acknowledge each other because...
Oh, fuck, I don't actually know the answer. I would presume it's number 2. But number 1 would be the wildest fucking thing. I'm going with 1, because it would be...
Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation, the awkwardness of being strangers, and the shyness of a long-awaited encounter.
Because I haven't
all
seen your
converging at this very moment.
little movie.
Give it a shot. Try and convey this bittersweet scene to me. Bring it to life with precise and emotive acting.
Ah.
Is this ever going to end? I know.
Oh! Sweet, I get to...
Your performance is...
activate clockwork! You are now gleeful about the performance. Oh.
I never imagined that such a sad scene could be betrayed by you two in such a...
Ah, it was a sad scene.
You're beautiful.
It was a sad scene. I picked wrong emotion.
Hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
That did stairs. Excellent. Yoink. And I know the Stellaron's at stake. Shush. Full marks. You're a wonderful actor, good friend. Alright, I'm being nice to the birds. Give me that chest. Let's see if I can get this boy. Hey, shush! Calm down. Calm down, Blocky. Oh, okay. There we go. Victory. Oh, wait, I gotta talk to it again. I might have forgotten that part. No business like show business. Alright, what's next?
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you happy? Look at the time!
That red hair can
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time. And now, make your...
I mean, apparently there are secret ones. So I kind of want to see what the secret one is. I heard... Oh, what? I swear there was something about a secret third option. I'll do Hanu's. There is no secret third option.
Friends,
The internet
welcome
lied to
the
me,
enchanting
I think.
universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu.
I'm going through
It is
Hanu's
said that these cartoon
trial.
characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms.
I'm going with Hanu, because Hanu doesn't talk as much and Clocky is annoying.
Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should...
Oh, trust me, I know how Hanu works. Boop-a-doop-boop. Sea biscuit. Anyway, bird! Alright, do we have any chests or anything?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's morphin' time, Hanu!
Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
I don't know, try moving.
Very good. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped.
Okay, we're looking for the puzzle gentleman.
Oh, brave Hanu! You look like you could really use some help!
Yes, I could.
Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam? Oh my! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're... But you know what? You'll have...
I know Hanu doesn't talk, so I'm doing the humph.
Now scurry along, Hanu. But tread carefully. Too ne'er-do-well. I can't wait to see you...
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Yes, it would, actually. What up there are we speaking of? So this is this. It is not helpful. Oh, there's the... There's the VIP. Hey, guess what? Shove. Grab. Yoink. I'm running.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Hey, Mr. Jigsaws. Alright. This is the easy part. Yeah, there we go. Mostly the easy part. I know how puzzles work. I swear.
sensation of perfect alignment. My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu.
Are such... disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Oh, I'm sure. Does that actually do anything, or is that just... Cannot take the lift in the current state? Well, there's no lift there! I thought I could look at the fireplace. Alright. There was something on the table. Yes. Alright. Okay.
Is that Hanu?
Of course it is. And he probably has a very cool for us. Yeah. Aha! I know the answer for this one.
What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make it
Hello, Clocky. Plot thickens. Help.
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere. Hanu says that the enemy is at our doorstep. Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now.
Alright, let's Hanu it up.
Sheesh.
Let's Hanu it up. After we get this bird. Alright, was there anything else? We gotta be clear on that. You gotta make sure you have everything.
Well, here we go again. Ready?
Not really. Here we go.
I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle, but brave Hanu won't go down without a fight.
But...
Guess what? Hanu's favorite...
What a coincidence.
Alright, let's go.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Can I pick that up or... No, okay.
He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here.
Oh yes, yes there is. Which means I can blow things up.
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the Soaring Locust too.
Pow! Bloop. Aw.
Careful. It looks like we...
I am ready to fire. Obviously. I always am. What the fuck? Why are we being like this?
Here we go again. But no,
There's still
should be
more?
all of them, right?
Oh my! He's on
Gonna refill the dang. I'm exploring. Look at the dang sticker. Wait, no, I can't. I want the sticker. Being mean to me.
Well, that's that.
Oh. Oh, that's down. Okay. I want it to go up. Does that have somehow be one? Somehow, some way? Finding this shit out. We're going way down. Okay. Ooh, but the stuff. I like stuff. Yoink. Oh. Thanks for thanks for the follow. I was not expecting it to make that noise at me. And I think Streamlabs is high, so. Okay. I was right, there are minions. We're gonna zoom. We're gonna whip. shit! Alright. Okay. Oh. Fuck me, is there no... Are you not gonna come this close? Oh, distraction. And then I can... This one's knocked out, but I'll kill him anyway. Just because. Let me go reobtain my launcher. Stress. We love achievements. And that is still a giant hole in the wall. Nice. Hanu couldn't get up to that. Just stuck? Okay. Yeah. Alright, floor 2. Thorough. How do I get up to that puzzle then? I'm gonna presume very carefully.
Congratulations to both of you! In the final stage, you will welcome to the 33rd Scorch.
Alright, I think there's a way to... Oh. Is that true? This is because signal jamming detected. Oh. Too kind. Maybe some clues, haven't you? I haven't read the more. Oh, more than enough. 23. I do still have a little over a week. I'm waiting for Boot Hill. Yay! Okay, fine. I want to go to 2. Launch me to 2. I wonder who is 2. Probably both the same. I hurt you, wiggling. Hey! Rude. Yoink! Argenti?
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
I still haven't finished your story quest. My apologies. I do know I can talk you out of a fight. I don't remember how. Wait, my beautiful ladies. By the glorious light of beauty. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
I knew I want to skip his boss fights. So. There's a way to skip it, and I know there's a way to skip it, and I want to skip it. So. Will you be participating as well? I'm a little busy saving the world right now.
That's right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people.
Why are none of his dialogues audible, by the way? Ba-da-da.
If I'm not wrong, the Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right? Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker.
See, I knew you could... I don't want to fight him, so...
Thank you, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to get in a fight. Argenti's a bitch to fight. So... And yes, every single balloon must die. Yeet! Do I have to choose which way to go again, or do I just get it? Woo! Success. Bird. It's my bra.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming Miss Scorch Sand Festival champions! We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival!
Yay, applause. The pickupable! Huh.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival before entering the Grand Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
You already worked things out with the Dream Master? I don't like that
As
face.
previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus.
I'm
Both
sure.
I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
See, that's the thing. It's not for all, is it? Yes, it's a paradise, but it's an expensive one. The paradise doesn't sound too bad, as long as it's really for all. I mean, really, the way it's set up, your sweet dream paradise is survival of the fittest.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
I'm saying
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
That's an excellent question. Where are those two?
Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting.
Can I pick up the disc?
Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Or I could pick up the disc. I want to pick up the thing. Why?
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charming Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
No, it is a good question.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand.
You're deflecting.
Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call.
Ooh, nice.
Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Do it.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Honkai Star Rail has become Catholic.
Oh, triple-faced soul. Please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Ooh, Ricky.
Understood.
I love the effect of the harmony just being there.
Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
None of this has to do with the Stellaron.
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Okay. I thought it would be
Have
really
you
funny
ever been
to
inordinate
naturally.
with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
The Stellaron.
A final question.
Yes, bring up the Stellaron, please. Oh, but is it?
Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
This has nothing to do with the Stellaron.
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be
No, I agree with
cursed
Welton.
in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
Yes, Welt.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
None of those questions.
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
The harmony doesn't...
Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shibe?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Akavili is gone, but the Trailblaze still lives.
Being overly astute can be a detriment.
Oh.
Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
Sheesh.
So this is how it is.
I'm sure he expected that.
For the sake of our grand cause someday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Those bells were perfectly timed.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
Order in a dream world seems very strange to me. Dreams are chaotic. Even when they're ordered.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of
darn
Penacony
close.
are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
Stop beating around the bush and get to the point.
Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Can I pick up the thing?
Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road
Apparently,
we
no, I
once
don't get to
took
pick it up.
begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Do I get it?
This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a
sure
care in
can
the world.
yap.
One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. we decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make?
Obviously, I would
Stick
try
to
this.
the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
Okay, now I can pick up the thing. You may think it strange, but I would leave the dove where it is. It looks like it's abandoned by its parents, but a lot of the time, birds that fall from the nest aren't actually abandoned. They're learning how to fly. May as well chat with the others.
That guy just casually threw. If it were me, after all, leaving it.
It looks like he really has no back to the question. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to...
Does everyone think they should build a cage?
Decipher. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to.
See, I know quite a bit about nature, and I know that dove probably wasn't abandoned by its parents. It probably fell, and they're looking for it. Because, well, birds aren't what we think of as the greatest parents.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, from what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on, even if they shy away from humans. These ask for the choice you made. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything.
Also, my opinion on the dove is, really, if it did fall and die immediately after it tried to fly the first time after being let out of the cage, it just prolonged it. Nature is harsh, but give the poor bird some comfort in its last moments. Give it a soft little nature is harsh, but it's only... I'd say we have no right to interfere, but we have dogs and we have cats and we keep birds and other smaller animals. But
he told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves.
It might seem cruel at first
He had a
glance
plan
to
in
leave the
place.
dove on the ground,
He
but
would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot up? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
A Dream Chaser story. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think...
This question... Sure, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds.
you would all choose what looks...
Seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on... He sold his kids to chase a... With that thought, there's only one choice.
Oh. Most of you seem to be choosing the kinder option on the surface. At least Firefly and Himiko for this one.
It seems you, like me, say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The method should he be apprehended. Could the hounds afford to turn as to your choice? And the story this time...
It's your own.
This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master. And as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister.
Oh.
The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines.
Oh, he's being a little...
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
Miss Robin?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find with each trailblaze dangers and tribulation.
Yeah.
Miss Robin's courage is admired, but the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister...
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin.
You'll note, it was a stray bullet. It was not on purpose. Nothing was on purpose. And stopping Robin could hurt her more. Trust me.
I see.
Stopping her could hurt her more in the long run. Trust me, buddy.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the Order, where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
Yeah?
Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
Alright, I know it's a big dramatic thing, but I will be right back. I am back. Let's return to Sunday sounding like a pretentious asshat. Because he does. He sounds like a pretentious asshat.
like a flawless theory.
In theory.
But what is the price to attain all this?
Thank you, Firefly.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
Yeah, they're not overcoming anything by running away.
It is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
No.
But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
Pretentious. You are pretentious.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all. Even when your heart pities them.
Pretentious pessimist.
I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide.
Free will.
Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Stand
Since
up
Miss
for
Firefly
yourself.
has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
My answer is you sound like a pretentious
We'll leave it to
asshat.
you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
You sound like a pretentious asshat. And I have this fun thing called a baseball bat.
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
I do remember there was a theory going around during the first chunk of Penacony's story that Misha was actually the watchmaker. And there is that thing where Misha seemed to have a similar vibe to Clocky, where some people couldn't see him.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
For the first time I was here too.
Do you have any idea, Misha?
I guess... maybe this way?
Alright, we're
I'm not
following the
entirely
Mish.
sure, but let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Alright.
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then...
Yeah, seems like a good idea. Alright.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Oh. Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea.
Oh,
I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him.
Oh.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
Oh. You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can origami birds be sailors?
Yes.
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
The original Clocky.
Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. I'm not an elder. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah. Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made into the pool.
Oh,
back then,
that's cute.
I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
That's adorable.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clear. Could this be...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll...
Right. What's the words?
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. Up ahead is... Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
It's our destination!
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
It does.
Misha! You finally come!
Hey, Clocky.
Clocky! You're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Oh.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater.
I see that little design nod.
On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
See, ours are slightly bigger and a different design and red instead of the purple. But I suppose it has a different navigator.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the Watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey, the shapes...
Looks like we're just one step from revealing...
Alright. Week. 2 weeks.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Yep. And they also completely ignored Misha for the most part.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
He's also got that little...
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather, the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha or
Mikhail?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
I remember seeing all of those theories when Penacony first happened that Misha was the Watchmaker. Hey, look! They were right! Because Misha is a diminutive of Mikhail.
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clonky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams.
Oh?
Hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations.
The start
However,
of his journey.
He somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think Misha has
That's
forgotten
adorable.
his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through.
Maybe.
But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor.
Fair enough.
I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others.
The exact
All
opposite
I have for you
of the
is
order.
a story and two gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now,
Darn straight.
it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
Sounds
All right,
good.
everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Obviously, I'm going to continue on the path of Trailblaze.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
Exactly.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
Oh.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former Nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
Oh.
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Esdonna. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef.
Oh.
Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah.
That's...
Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
That's...
But you know what?
That's adorable.
It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all.
It was actually a compass?
It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
Oh.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze.
Nice.
Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Cool hat.
Means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony and Mikhail's dreams. does not belong to order.
I have acquired a hat.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on the center stage.
Ooh.
Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Of course. All right. Let's... Oh, yay. Let's see what we've got.
Please stay tuned.
That's fabulous.
Please stay tuned.
I love that.
Please stay tuned. We need a strategy.
That's a blast. Backup dancer. Okay.
Time to test our rapport. Dreams do come true.
Commencing support.
Step up, let's see ya.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Enemy targets
The mood is
detected.
set just. Let the show begin.
Do a little dance.
Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's all you got?
Order of the execute the Mara struck.
Time to mix things up.
Motor function restored.
Nice, like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Dreams do come true.
It ain't over.
That's impressive. I like that. Okay. Doesn't tell me what light code. I didn't check the light code. Although I think this one, given enough leveling, I didn't actually equip it. Ha 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 ha. Oops. However, I believe this is where I shall be wrapping the stream. And I am afraid next Monday we won't be continuing the story because I am going to be a little gremlin and finish the story on my own. So next Monday it'll be back to simulated universe. Woo. But Mondays are still going to be Star Rail. So there's that.